Okay. I am feeling bad, but I'm still going to wear this. I don't know. Just so that you don't be so scared when you look at my videos. Okay. Okay, so a friend told me to make a video talking about my mother's issues and why do we need help. Okay, so both my parents are in their 60s, 68, 66 and 68, and my mother will be 69 in June. 2 years ago she had a heart attack and she went into coma, induced coma, and in the bed in ICU in the hospital she had an ictus, a stroke. Part of her brain died, so we were really scared that she was not going to get up again. I mean, wake up. So, but she did. She woke up and she was fine, except that she couldn't get up anymore. She was in her bed. She was like, um, this condition is called hemiplegia or hemiplegia. I don't know how to say it. Uh, it means that half of her body, her her left side, she couldn't move anymore. Her brain was intact. Her personality, her speech, she remembered everything, who we are, who she was, everything. And her vocabulary was perfect. I mean she was still her, when she came out of the hospital. They told us all the excuse me for my language, my English. I need to practice more. That's why I'm doing this in English. Also, because the campaign is on GoFundMe, made by my friend Emma. I send you a big kiss, Emma. Thank you very much. So the GoFundMe is for my mother. So she came out of the hospital, and the doctors told us, "Here you go. I mean, this is your mother now. You take care of her." And we didn't know what to do with her. I mean, she couldn't stand up. What are we going to do? I mean, she's heavy. She's triple X. She cannot get up. So we're gonna put diaper every time on her. Okay, so we're in a different city that we never lived here. It's Mexico City. We're from the north part of Mexico, from Hermosillo, Sonora. So we were here. Oh my God, I'm so dizzy. That's why I'm laying down in my bed, because I'm so dizzy. I did eat. I did eat. I had one taco and soda and some rice, fried rice with vegetables, and also apple with chili. Anyway, so I'm not dizzy because I didn't eat. Sometimes I don't eat, but today I did. Okay, so they told us, the doctors told us, I mean, somebody is going to visit you. I mean, somebody will visit her. I mean, there's a program with doctors that go to visit you in the house. I mean, the patient. And we were okay, okay. And there's another program that will visit your mother for physical therapy. And we were, oh, okay, that's very good. That's very good, because she could she could move again. She could move her left leg or her left arm again. We asked, and they said, yeah, maybe a little bit, not totally, but maybe a little bit more. Maybe she will um, continue, no? Anyway, they said, but in this moment We had no idea what we were going to do, and she was in the bed. So the ambulance carried her here to the house. The ambulance people, I mean, I don't know, the paramedics or nurses, I don't know what they are, but they came from the hospital and carry her with a lot of ¿cómo se llaman estos? I mean, sheets around her body, and just carry her in the through the stairs, I mean up the stairs to the second floor. And then they left. They just told us, I mean, this is your life now, I mean, you have to take care of her. So we started buying a lot of diapers and medicines for her. She had a big scar, big, actually not scar, like a big open injury here on her back. It was big, like an ulcera, like a, like a bed. When people are in their bed sick a lot of time, they get these bruises, and then the skin opens, and I don't know how to say it. It was open. So, and this was made in the hospital when she was in coma for I don't know how much time, 1 month, I don't know. Anyway, so we learned how to cure that every day, because nobody visited her. I mean, there was no doctor, no nurses, no physical therapy, nobody. I mean, it was just us. I mean, later, some visits came, but my father was so nervous that he was not receiving like family or anything. This was before the COVID, okay? So after that, a little bit of program was we were getting into the program of doctors visiting her in the house, okay? So my brother took care of that. He was going to the hospital to arrange the appointments for the doctors to visit my mom. And these doctors were not specialists. They were not cardiologists, they were not neurologists, they were not physical therapy, nothing. They were just general medics that came, maybe around 22 or 25 years old, with no special, I mean, just maybe general medic, I don't know. They came and just I mean, they just subscription. They made the subscriptions, excuse me, for the medicine that the other doctors had already gave to her in the hospital. Okay, in the specialized. Okay, so that's it. Just keep giving her all the medicine. That's all. I mean, keep doing the physical therapy to her in your house. Move her leg, move her arm. But we were so tired. We were so tired all the time. I mean, we have to change her diaper, change her sheets, change everything. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that we were very happy that she came out alive from the hospital. But then that very bad year of 2019, on June, we had her 6 months, very perfect mind, and she had another stroke. This stroke affected her frontal area, frontal left area, which affects language and cognitive. So she lost a lot, and she stopped eating. So they had to put a tube on her nose that goes all the way to her stomach, and that's how we fed her for 4 months. So she still screamed a lot. She didn't talk very much, but she still screamed. Um, and it was very painful for us. I mean, I can talk about me, okay? Maybe my brother has a different, I don't know, he has suffered a lot. But I want to talk about me, my feeling. I mourn her. That's how you say?
because I lost her, the mother I had, she stopped being her, because she stopped talking so much. She lost a lot of memory, maybe, but she still remembers us. I mean, she still recognizes us, and she can recognize herself in a picture when she was little. So many, many memories are there, but a lot of knowledge. She's the most amazing woman I know. She's so smart, super smart. Okay, she she's a medical doctor. I forgot to say that in the beginning. She studied medicine when she was 18, 16, I don't know, and normal age, I don't know. But she studied, ¿cómo se llama este? Epidemiology, which is the doctors that are working right now in the COVID, you know? She studied that because she loved patients. She loved science so much. She knew a lot of, I mean, she knew all the capitals of the world. I mean, she knew all the religions, all the cultures of the world. She's so smart. She knows a lot of stuff. So she's still with us. She's still smiling. She's still enjoying the food sometimes. Sometimes she doesn't eat at all, and they have to put a tube on her nose and throat again. This is very painful to watch, but it's my mother, and she still wants to live. She still wants to live, and her dream is to stand up. That's all she wants. And I wish I could buy one of those wheelchair that lifts. I don't know, changes like a transformer, and from a seat they just stand up, just for her to feel standing up again. They have this in the hospitals of rehabilitation, physical therapy, but it's been closed for more than 1 year, so we cannot take her. Also, we don't have a car that has a wheelchair access, or we even live in the second floor. She hasn't left the house for more than 1 year, not because of the COVID, before that, because she's in the second floor. We cannot carry her. We need help for carrying her, for bringing her down to the car. And then, I mean, how do we put her inside the car? A normal car is impossible. You have to use a special crane or something, or have a special car with like a wheelchair access. Here in Mexico, it costs 500 pesos every trip that you want to make. For 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 example, if we want to take my mother to the physical therapy that she needs, or any other doctor appointment, it's 500 pesos for one of those cars from one way, and 500 pesos from the other way. So it will be $1,000, 1,000 pesos. Sorry, 1,000 pesos. Yeah. Anyway, so that's that's impossible right now because of the COVID. Anyway, I just wanted to tell the story of how difficult this is, to see my mother struggling, and she screams a lot because she cannot stand up. She feels her leg and her arm. I try to, like sobar, like massage her limbs, like her hand, her leg. Inside I feel like I cannot breathe because she's suffering. I hate to see her suffering. But I also I also love to see her, I love to see her smiling or tranquil. She enjoys food a lot, thank God. That's why I love food too, because she enjoys food so much. She watches TV and she enjoys some shows, mm, food cooking shows, TV shows, and she loves CSI, those kinds of shows, Grey's Anatomy, or these kind of things, and she enjoys. What can I say? Many people think that people that had a stroke is just waiting for them to die. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. I mean, they are still alive. I can still have a conversation with my mother just by looking at her in her eyes. She is still the same. She cannot talk completely, but she's still there. She's still here. If I go to my room for hours, it's because I really am frustrated. I really am frustrated. I wish to take her downstairs and put her in the car and drive her to a park, but I cannot do that. I cannot do that. And it's very frustrating for me, for my brother, for my daughter, for my father. He's also getting sicker and sicker for just being inside, in that room with my mother, suffering. He's suffering for her double. He loves her so much. He takes care of her and he tells us what to do. He's medical doctor too. They've been together all their life. He stopped walking the 1 year ago. He started using, like, ¿cómo se llaman? Bastones, like, I don't know how to say them. Canes. He started using two canes to walk, and another, like an adult thingy to walk inside the house. He only walks from the room to the restroom to the kitchen to the room, restroom, and his room. That's all. And he drinks medicine for the pain, and he keeps laying down because he's if my mother doesn't sleep, he doesn't sleep also. And we don't sleep, my daughter doesn't sleep. Okay, so people think that people that had a stroke are dead. Like, oh, I have an aunt that said, I have one aunt that has a house here in Mexico City. I'm sorry, aunt. I'm sorry, family, but I'm expressing my feelings here, and this is my life. Okay, so I have a cousin, one cousin from that aunt that is living in this house in Mexico City. Okay, we are in Mexico City, and I told my aunt she doesn't live here in this city. She lives in another city, and I told her, why hasn't my cousin come visit my mother? It feels bad. I mean, she asked for her family to visit her. I mean, at the beginning, I know my father was very jealous that nobody visited her. She had just left the hospital and had this stroke, and we were feeding her on the nasal tube. I don't know. It was very delicate condition at the beginning. Okay, so we didn't receive any visits at the beginning, but Later, we understood that her family wanted to see her, and she wanted to see her family. Little by little, her siblings visit her one by one, and they just saw her a few days and left. That's all. So I told my aunt, "Why doesn't my cousin visit?" And she said, "Oh, because he says that he wants to remember her the way she was." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Inside of me is like my heart broke because my mother is still alive, and I feel that many people think the way he thinks, like it's okay, like don't visit the people that are sick because I mean they're gonna die, and you just remember the way they were. It's not true. It's not true. And I feel sorry if I did that to anybody, to my uncle, my grandmother, my grandparents, when they died. I feel sorry if I didn't visit them. I mean, they live far away, but still, I mean, it's horrible to say that, to feel that that if sick people are just going to die. I mean, my parents are doctors. My parents never taught me that. They fight for life, you know? I don't know if people from Hermosillo are going to watch this video. I hope you guys do. I hope they do. My mother, Doctora Ángeles Edith Sánchez Montelongo. My father, Marco Antonio Torres Ijar. They both serve the people. The people. I'm sorry, excuse me. You know, the people with no resources, with no money. They worked for the government. They were medical doctors that gave their life not for money, not to be rich, but to cure people. They were there. This is so unfair. This is so unfair that nobody can cure them. Nobody's here to watch them. Only us that did we didn't study medicine, we didn't study nurse. We're just here. We're their children, you know, we're the kid. My brother and I, my daughter, and that's all. I mean, I'm just very, I don't know, I feel frustration and sadness, and I'm not hopeless because I do believe she can receive physical therapy, she can receive a lot of attention. But right now is the COVID, nothing we can do. I mean, just take care of ourselves to not give her COVID, you know? That's why if I feel like dizzy, like I have the flu, I go to my room and I isolate myself. But I also cannot, you know? She needs help and she needs attention. She needs care. I don't know. Just just by being with her, next to her, touch her, smile her, kiss her, she's content. She's tranquil. Anyway, I feel dizzy again. I hope, I don't know. I just hope that that everything is with more hope for everybody that is sick from the COVID, from cancer, from stroke, people that had stroke. I mean, there are not too many help for us. I mean, there's cancer research, but I don't see any ictus research or places or, family therapy or family, like group support. I am with you. If you had if you had somebody that had stroke, I get you. I understand what you're feeling. I I understand the frustration, the loneliness, what it feels. And well, I do believe in God, so I talk to my God, and I tell this is until you want. I mean, life is here to be taken care. Like my mother took care of her patients. She took care of patients that had AIDS, tuberculosis, dengue, all the sickness that nobody else wanted to take care because they're, contagious or difficult to treat. I don't know. Or called from, you know, lower economic people. I don't know. Nobody wanted to take care of these patients, but she did. She took care of them, and she loved science. She loved people, all kinds of people. She accepted, and she's still with us. She's fighting. She has a great heart, big, big heart, very strong. I don't know. I send you a big hug. Thank you for listening and watching. Bye.